The US job market has seen better days, and today I'll be reacting to a smattering of videos featuring job seekers coming to grips with that fact. But it won't just be me, because I'll be joined by my favorite person named Ken Coleman. Mostly because I don't know any others. And for years, Ken has been helping people level up in their careers and increase their income through his best-selling books and his show, Front Row Seat. And today, he gets a front row seat with me.
You see what I did there?
Yes, I did.
So let's hop in right after giving a quick little shout out to Delete Me for sponsoring my channel. Welcome, Ken. I'm over here, bud.
Hey, George.
You all right?
Yeah.
You see something in the screen there that you like?
The camera's right there.
Okay, you got a little drifty on me.
Well, again, I'm a trained animal. Look at the camera.
Well, let's see how good you are today. We got some bait for you.
Or.
Not the animal I was thinking of.
Okay.
I was thinking more like hunting forests,
Oh, yeah. I like to dig. I'm a forester. We'll dig into the cliffs.
I don't think they're called foresters. Are they?
I think so.
All right.
I don't know.
Well, you be the hunter, I'll be the gatherer today.
That sounds better.
We have gathered the most popular TikToks, Instagram Reels around work, career, generational beef, and just basically the cynicism that is the economy and job market today. You ready to react?
Well, one little quick question. What is the generational beef?
Basically, the older folks ruined it all and are out of touch with the younger generation's problems.
I thought it was going to be a whole list of TikToks on how healthy meat is or something.
No actual
I'm with you now.
Beef that we're eating.
I'm locked in. Sorry. You took me. I got confused.
Okay. Think like dueling a cappella groups. That's more in your wheelhouse.
Totally got
that kind of beef. More Pitch Perfect.
Yeah. More cardigans.
Way more cardigans.
Crushed it.
Can't stand it when people say,
oh, Gen Z is so lazy, no one wants to work anymore. What is it with this generation?
I would work if I could get a job. You try being Gen Z and try getting a job, see how long it takes you. My generation is entering the most cooked job market of all time. It's so bad that for the first time, the new grad unemployment rate is higher than the unemployment rate overall. Our jobs are all replaced by AI, reviewing resumes, the whole hiring process is replaced by AI. No one even looks at your resume anymore. You don't even get rejected from jobs anymore, you just don't get a response. The job market is so cooked that more than 50% of Gen Z has a side hustle just to stay financially afloat. And a lot of us are freelancers. I'm a freelancer. Believe me, our generation is not lazy because we're the generation who has to actually pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and constantly find different freelance gigs, different side hustle gigs to keep us floating above the water. Boomers, you got a full-time job with benefits straight out of college and probably stayed at that job for 40 years. I don't want to hear it.
Woo! Wow, okay. Well, he's very upset. And I do feel for him because he is spouting off a lot of
some true facts here
that have some evidence behind them. Bottom line here is that if we believe what he's saying, why do we even try? But I will say the truth of what he said in this is that if you're just submitting resumes all day long, you are getting ghosted. That is the reality because of the onslaught of resumes that companies are getting because it's so easy to submit online. So he's right about that.
You can hit it one time and it goes to 40,000
and here's the myth. You feel, George, like you're doing a good job. Hey, I submitted 50 resumes today. So it feels good. What you need to know is you didn't submit any resumes. You might as well have not done anything. So this is, I'm going to submit the resume for the software, the AI. I'm going to put myself in the system, but I'm going to go by there. I'm going to see somebody. I'm going to talk to somebody who knows somebody there so that I take myself out of the digital pile. That's where we've got to make changes here, or else you're like this young man who is completely desperate and angry.
He's going through the stages of grief right now.
Oh, it's really
what's happening.
Really rough.
But I gotta say, some great handwork. I don't know if he went to theater school or what he was doing there. I always like to go to their profile and kind of get a vibe on who he is.
Well, he's got a great head of hair.
Yeah, we can all agree with that.
So if times get tough, he could always donate his hair.
So if you were going to help this guy get a job, here's what he's about based on his profile, which I'm going to find as the employer. He's about social justice, American flag, news policy advocacy.
Yeah. Right. So he's trying to get some clicks here. Don't begrudge him that at all. But that's what he's doing. And he's playing to all of the hot button talking points that are going to get clicks. And here's what's troubling about this. A lot of young people will believe everything he said is true. And how could you possibly have a positive outlook on your life if you believe this completely?
Yeah.
It's dangerous to be putting this stuff out there. It's actually as easy as it ever has been to get hired, but you can't do it the way that they're doing it. You got to show up.
The method has changed.
You got to use the proximity principle. Who do I know that knows somebody, even if it's 5 or 6 connections, you will stand out, but you got to stay with it.
But don't you think it's easier and more fun just to make TikTok videos?
Of course it is.
Out of anger.
I'm practicing my TikTok.
But can I also say, as the son of a boomer,
Yeah.
my mom and dad didn't come out of college with a great job and benefits. They had to hustle just like I had to hustle. So there's this myth that this generation is worse off. They're actually better off.
That's a hot take, and I'll take it. All right, Ken, hot start, lot of expletives. Wouldn't use that in the job interview, bud,
No,
by the way.
No.
I don't want to hear it.
All right, here we go.
So once upon a time, I sold a big house.
Oh.
And I made $137,000 in commission on that one house. And rather than taking that money and investing it in real estate, I went and bought a brand new Mercedes. I went on a shopping spree and I put that money away.
Wow.
Instead of buying a townhouse on Lenox Road. It was right in the middle of foreclosure season. I could have bought that townhouse for $100,000. That townhouse today, that in 1995 was $100,000, is $1 million. That Mercedes is worth $0, and those clothes don't fit.
That's a shame.
This is a cautionary tale.
That was great. Great performance there.
We got a nice, she had 3 pieces of advice wrapped into one video, right?
Yep.
Good financial advice, but also depreciating asset of a car.
Yep.
And you got to watch your calories as you get older.
That's true.
So a lot of advice there.
My goal is to still fit in the same jackets because you spend good money on this stuff, and I go timeless, as do you.
Yeah.
This shirt will still look cool.
It's a fact.
50 years from now.
And by the way, I'll still be able to wear it 50 years from now.
Sure. I will be celebrating your 102nd birthday with you. Can't wait. Should be fun. But there's some good advice here. I've seen a lot of videos of hers, and she's very much into like leveraging debt for real estate, which I don't agree with, but I think the message here is very clear.
I think it's absolutely spot on, and that's mind-boggling for young people.
Yeah, the lifestyle creep is there.
Yeah.
You make a bunch of money, you go, I should enjoy it. YOLO. Let me put this money into a bunch of stuff that is just going to be stuff instead of putting it into assets that can make you money. So enjoy some of it, but let's reinvest it and really make something out of it.
Yeah, I think what she does a really good job here is putting a real life scenario from her story and helping you see the power of some discipline in the short term that pays off big time in the long term.
So you don't have regret.
That's exactly right.
It's, hindsight's 20/20. Let's see.
We look at the comments.
I made $10 5 years ago. Still have that $10, and today it's worth $6. Great lesson in inflation.
Yeah, now this is an example of a person who's spending entirely too much time online.
Don't know what that was for. Bet you felt good driving that Mercedes, though, didn't you? Okay, so someone is actually in support of her buying it and said it was worth it for the flex. I don't understand that, but good for her. Moving on. Oh, look at that.
How about this guy?
Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, Esquire. Let's see what he has to say. Probably something that will hurt my brain.
Economic data already show that once you have enough money so that bill collectors aren't chasing you, which basically puts you, say, at the kind of in the upper reaches of the working class or maybe the lower end of the middle class, something like that, that additional money has absolutely no effect whatsoever on your self-reported well-being, which is something like a combination of positive emotion and absence of negative emotion. You might like to think that, if you were rich, your life would be better, and maybe it would be somewhat better, but it wouldn't be as much better as you might hope. And that's because you'd still have most of the problems that people have. You still maybe wouldn't get along with your sister, and you'd still get divorced, and maybe you'd even be more likely to, and there'd still be illnesses that would beset you, and you'd still have the problem with what the hell your life is for and what you're doing on the planet and how to conduct yourself in the proper way. And so we don't want to be too naive about materialism, even though we don't want to be ungrateful for its advantages.
Wow.
Yeah, I've heard this before. And this data, by the way, gets updated on a regular basis. So I think the latest number I saw is over 75,000 or something like that. So again, whether I'm
There's
right
no
or wrong,
increase in happiness beyond a certain salary.
Yeah, and what they're talking about is, and he does a good job of explaining it in the context of the more money you have, while you will have more freedom and you can do some things that are very, very fun, you still will have struggles in life. You'll still have this desire to make a difference. So he does a good job here of putting more money into perspective. More money does not mean more happiness. It does mean more stuff, more experiences.
Less stress. So it can
that's
remove
right.
the negative stuff, but it's not going to add a whole bunch of positives on its own.
No. And again, to his point, it's not going to remove sickness. It's not going to remove relational issues. It's not going to remove a bad boss. It'll salve some wounds, but it's not the be all end all. And I think the important takeaway in what he's saying here is make sure that you understand if you're pursuing more money, put that pursuit into perspective so that you
Like that
don't get
alliteration.
there and think, oh, life is supposed to be unbelievably amazing and it's not. And now you feel really empty.
Yeah, it is kind of deflating when you get there and you think, oh my gosh, I got the raise, I made it.
Yeah.
And then your life is you still wake up in the same body.
Yeah.
And you go with you.
Yeah.
So
Now, here's
I
the
call it
flip
a flat
side.
tire.
Yeah, I
when
like
when
that.
you get the money right, but your relationships are out of whack. Your career sucks. You hate your boss.
Right.
You got to have a well-rounded wheel there.
Let's give the flip side for just a minute. Let's call this out. While I believe that data is true, what is also true is I know people who have reached a level of wealth that you and I have not. They have zero hesitation to do anything that they want to do.
Yeah.
And so that has levels to it, but you can reach a certain level of wealth within reason that you don't ever think about any kind of fun opportunity again. You think about, let's do a fun weekend with the kids to an amusement park. What would have been a strain before, and you immediately dismiss it, now becomes, we can actually do that.
Yeah.
And so that's the flip side to this.
More options and less toiling over the decisions.
That's right. And by the way, I can see the trolls in the comments of that thing I just said. We're not talking about billionaire status.
Yeah.
We're just talking about no debt and so much margin in your life because you have
that you can do reasonable things without thinking about it.
Not even feeling any angst at all. Like,
Yeah.
let's just go do that.
I love it. Done with that guy. Moving on to another guy. There we go.
All right, here's my income throughout my entire career.
Ooh.
I made $21 an hour as an intern at IBM. After graduation, they gave me a return offer for $74,000 a year. I left that job for a startup called Dwala, which paid me $130,000 a year. I then got a job at Credit Karma, which paid me $155,000 a year and $100,000 in stock. Grubhub was my next job, which ended up paying me over $300,000 per year.
Wow.
And I ended my career at Netflix, where my total compensation per year was over $500,000. But yeah, I'm 30 years old and I recently retired.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is quite the go-getter.
I
here.
wish he would be a little bit more enthusiastic about this. I didn't know how
Doesn't
that was
make it
gonna
sound
pay off.
exciting.
Yeah, like anybody watching this isn't feeling like he's super happy. But
I mean, he can afford Alexa Pro at this point. Let's
this
try
is
to
a very
do a little
smart
boost
guy.
here.
You know what he
guys.
doesn't tell us though?
What?
Why he can retire. I think people need to see the rest of that story.
Yes.
All he did was list out great career progression. Really proud of this guy. I mean, this is amazing. Clearly, this guy is very smart and very valuable to all the companies he's been at. But what he doesn't tell us is why he can retire at 30. And people need to be able to see that. I'll bet you he's a super saver, and I'll bet you he's a really savvy investor. What do you think?
Yeah, I think when he was figuring out how to live on that, $21 an hour, he basically stayed at that lifestyle. And so as he made $74,000, $150,000, $250,000, $500,000, he still kept a very reasonable lifestyle and shoveled the rest, not even into savings, but into investments that then grew from 21 to 30.
That's right.
And
I
if
think
you
you're
do
right.
that and pile it up, he probably has a couple million sitting there that he can live on for the rest of his
And
life.
I'll bet you, though, that his money is not only spinning off more money, but that he's doing some other things. I would
guy
love to
that's
ask
sharp.
him, you're telling me no plans to ever work again? You're not scheming about something? I'd be very surprised by
Well,
that.
you would say this. He has too much to contribute to society, to the economy, so much value he can bring that it's a shame if he just stopped and never did anything ever again.
Yeah. What do we
Frank
got
got the bag. How did you make $300,000 as a delivery driver?
Explain to me, got the bag. This is nomenclature I'm not familiar with.
This is people who think they're cool. They say, like, you got the bag as in you got a bunch of money.
Oh.
Like, get that bag, Frank.
What bag?
Yeah. You see, when I say it, not as cool.
I was going to say, I'd like you to use that in a real sentence that you might say to me.
Frank got the bag.
That's how you would say that to
Our
me?
friend Frank, he got the bag, Ken.
I would literally
Hey,
be like,
our buddy
what are you
Frank?
talking about? I would say, what?
He's at Netflix now. He got that
He
bag.
got the bag. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Retiring at 30 while making $500,000 a year, LOL. You couldn't have stuck it out for a few more years? Now, that's an interesting take.
It is.
Just because you make a lot of money, people go, why wouldn't you just keep doing that? It's easy money. What they don't see is the stress of some of these high-paying jobs will crush your body, crush you mentally, physically, emotionally. So a lot of people get burnt out doing the FIRE movement thing, which is essentially what he did. financial independence, retire early, they are generally getting burnt out in their early 30s because of this mindset of just get the best paying job I can, even if it's awful, even if it's toxic, so that I can retire.
I'm going to have a different take on that comment.
Hit me.
I think that person goes, I just did the math really quick on what he made, and I think if he'd have stuck it out a few more years, he could even further better his situation.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're going, you may have walked away a little too soon, young man. I don't mind that comment.
Well, I'll tell you this, he doesn't seem that happy.
He does not. But hey, that's his personality. He's not Mr. Bubbles like
he's
you.
a low-key guy. But I've seen his videos.
What do we
he's
know
very
about
charming.
him?
He's got about 1 million followers. He's building a Mandarin tutor. So he's clearly start learning Chinese for free.
See, this guy is going to make a gazillion dollars teaching Americans like me how to speak Mandarin.
Which is, I think, historically the hardest language to learn. So he really took on quite the task.
Which I should edit that. He will get my money. He will not be successful with me.
Yeah.
I won't learn it. I don't feel good about my ability. But see,
everything you just said will translate to Chinese.
Is this his
this is it. Lirin.ai, free advertising on this channel. You're welcome, Frank. We'll get back to the TikToks in just a sec. But first, have you ever gotten one of these calls?
Your car's extended warranty is about to expire.
Yeah, they're the worst. Luckily, there's a great way to help protect yourself from spam like that, and that is signing up for Delete Me, a sponsor of today's video. They comb through hundreds of data broker sites to remove your personal info before it gets sold to the kinds of people who blow up your phone with robocalls and spam texts. And you'll always be able to see exactly how they're working their magic, since Delete Me sends you a custom report every few months. And best of all, they're offering my audience 20% off their annual plans. So go sign up today at joindeleteme.com/George. And speaking of phone calls and texts, these phone plans have gotten out of hand. So how do we keep it in hand? By switching to Boost Mobile, another sponsor of today's video. Boost's unlimited plan is just $25 a month per line, or 2,500 pennies. And switching only takes a few minutes without even needing to leave the house, since most phones these days use an eSIM instead of a physical SIM card. So head to boostmobile.com/Ramsey today and unlock up to $600 in savings over the big carriers. And if you're wondering what that number is based on, well, it's based on the average annual single-line payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months in the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan as of January 2026. See website for full offer details. Let's get back to it.
And another thing, because this gets me heated, unless you've been on a job search in the last 2 years, you do not know how bad it is out here. The job market is trash, basura, it's been bad. I'm talking about applying to 20 jobs a day, reaching out to recruiters, doing this on LinkedIn, and hearing crickets. People are trying, people are not lazy. And then people who have a job give the most useless advice, like, why don't you tailor your resume to every single job? You don't think that I've done that? Unless your job is hiring and you have a referral, zip it.
Ooh.
Wow.
She dropped basura.
She did. I don't know what that means.
It's trash in Spanish.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive that you know this. Okay, my one takeaway was this. You can't do what everybody else is doing and expect it to work because you're just a number. You might as well be playing the job lottery.
I agree.
Did you see all the clapping?
Because Ken did this expecting it to work and it was not working for you. She did it much better.
She did it.
Because you can't just talk over it. It has to be on the... You know what I mean?
Okay, let me try that again. Let me tell you this. That doesn't work very well. I can't do that either.
Wow.
That was bad.
Dude.
You're a musician, I'm not.
I mean...
That was funny. I tried to do it on rhythm.
Well, it's perpetuating a stereotype that old white guys have no rhythm.
Maybe it's not a stereotype.
I've seen you dance.
I don't have any rhythm.
You keep it right here.
But let's not miss the greater point. She's mad because she's doing what everyone else is doing and it's not working. And so we have a giant mob of people all doing the wrong thing, filling out a resume and submitting it and just letting it go. Yeah. You might as well play the lottery while you're at it.
I agree. The question is, many people have gotten a job in the last 2 years. We can all agree on that. People are getting jobs. Yeah. I want to know, how are they getting it? Let's do a survey, and I think you would find it wasn't just, I just submitted about 10,000 resumes and eventually one hit.
No.
It's going to be, I knew a guy who worked over here who vouched for me, who got me to the top of the stack.
Yeah. A relationship opened up an opportunity for a conversation.
Yeah.
At which point I won the conversation. Let's not forget that part. I mean, some of these young people are throwing this stuff out there, and even if I got you a seat at the table, the way you're acting on these things tells me you may not act well in person.
That's a good question. Is the employer finding these videos?
The right relationship, the right conversation leads to the right job.
That's good. Hope she sees this. Wishing you the best on your job hunt. All right, here we go. All right, this one says, me looking for a job, me with a job, me without a job. Let's see how he's reacting. That's great. So he's a little bit stressed no matter what. Looking for a job, a little stressed. Me with a job, it's stressful.
Yeah,
Me
I didn't
without
see
a job,
much
stressful.
difference. I want to make sure the joke's not on me right here with this video.
No,
there wasn't a whole lot of difference there.
Well, what's funny is him looking for a job and him without a job seems like the same thing, unless he has a job while he's looking for a job.
Yeah.
Think about that,
That's
Dr.
good.
Seuss.
I don't know what anything was said right there, but I will say that this is sad that this is popular.
Yeah.
Right? Because what people are saying is there's very little difference in my spirit, in my soul, in my mind between looking for a job, being without a job, and actually in a job. And this is where, again, good old-fashioned gratitude goes a long way to kind of settling your spirit and allowing you to perform well.
Yeah. Well,
be grateful.
What's happening here is they're saying work equals a soulless, anxiety-inducing task that is meaningless.
Right.
Which is sad because we know you can work and have purpose and meaning in it and get paid well.
You can have some crappy jobs early on, and I did. But if we reset that as, yes, it's a crappy job for all these reasons, but here's the deal. It is a job, and it is allowing me to get set up for the next step.
Yep.
If that's all you think of it as, that's fine, because that'll get you through.
Yeah. Well, I got a chuckle out of it. I did enjoy the content. So
one of my favorite
kudos
words,
to that.
by the way.
Chuckle?
I like chuckle.
Guys, I lied on my resume and got a job doing the social media of this body shop. Please blow this up so I don't get fired. Is that a cat peeking up? Wow.
Okay, that's actually funny.
I mean,
okay?
you got 4.5 million likes on this.
This is the old phrase, fake it until you make it.
Yeah.
You know?
Clancy's Auto Body. It's a real auto body shop in Fort Lauderdale. Again, free publicity from you, boy. You're welcome for all the new business.
Right. But here's what's great about this. No one, and I mean no one, is going to go to, what is it called?
Clancy's Auto Body.
Nobody's going to Clancy's Instagram page or TikTok page just to be entertained until the gigantic black cat is dancing on top of the garage.
Well, there's a strong hook here.
This is a good...
He lied on the resume. We're already hooked. What happens next?
Right.
He got the job doing social media after lying, and now this blows up, and now this man now has experience.
But what's the job of social media?
Get my attention and keep it.
There you go. And I think that is ridiculous as it is.
He done did it.
Now he's got a series. What does he do next? I got to tell you, I might stop by the old Instagram or TikTok page of Clancy's to see what animal's bouncing on the roof next week. It's that interesting.
You know, the interesting part, what if this isn't even a real person? This is just Clancy's Auto Body manufacturing. It's called engagement farming.
I don't know what any of that means.
They faked it. They faked this whole scenario.
That's not a real person.
But now someone had to create
It's just
this.
Clancy's.
But did someone lie in the resume to get... They created a story around it is what I'm saying. All right, good content from Clancy's.
Yeah.
Moving on. All right, help. I just got my first office job and I'm done with all my work in the first hour. What do I do now?
Wow. Oh, this pains me right here. I'll tell you what you do.
You think this is real?
No, you go to your boss and you say, hey, what else can I do? You ask to be given responsibility, to make yourself more valuable.
Yeah, would you promote her
No.
if she goes, hey, finish in an hour?
No.
You go, great.
No.
Let's find something else to do here. There's always work to be done.
No, there's a little too much smugness on this. Like
Yeah.
I have done everything that I could possibly do to help this place.
Well, let's
Someone rescue me from my boredom.
Here's what's happening. They're saying the 8-hour workday is a sham. I can be productive in an hour and get it all done and live my life.
I should be at my house right now in my oversized sweatsuit.
Yep.
That's what's going on.
And this is even worse. Comment. First mistake was finishing it in an hour. You're supposed to do 90%, then chill for 4 hours, then finally finish it.
Oh my
I don't want to hire that person.
No, it's so sad. That's such a negative outlook on life that I can't ever find work that I would actually look forward to doing, get lost in the middle of doing it, and be proud of what I did. That's it.
Yeah.
What I just said is mind-blowing for a lot of people.
Well, this person is dunking on you here. Whatever you do, don't ask if there's anything else you can work on.
Of course not, because then you'd have to actually apply yourself. Yeah,
God
I
forbid.
don't know. I should have known this video was going to go
Yeah,
bad.
I'm
the pursing of the lips to start, the whole, whatever that move is, I can't do
We
it.
should make content like that. You think we should try?
Only if I started that way with a pursed lips and kind of this weird kind of like look off into like I'm so put out. And then all of a sudden you smack me and you smack that look right off my face. That I think I'd watch.
I want you to be like, hey, finish my YouTube video in an hour. We're going to chill the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Don't tell Dave Ramsey.
It's unbelievable.
Again, I'm seeing a theme here. People view work as a mindless, soul-crushing task that if I can avoid at all costs, my life will be better.
Yeah.
So at the root of this, they don't see any meaning or purpose or joy in work.
Yeah.
Which means they're not doing the right thing.
That's right. It's because they don't realize what a formula for fulfillment looks like. And it's very simple. If I spend the majority of my day using what I do best to do work I love, to produce results I care about, I'm going to be a very satisfied and fairly happy person. Because think about that. I'm spending most of the day using what I do best. So now I'm going to have efficiency. It's not going to be frustrating. I'm going to be doing work I enjoy. So I'm really leaning into it. Time seems to speed up. And then at the end of that day, or even in the middle of work, I realize I'm putting a result out in the world that I really care about. So if you could measure that, you could find it. And that's why I created the Get Clear Career Assessment. It measures all three of those things. What I do best, talent, what I enjoy doing, passion, and what results I care deeply about, and that's a sense of mission. So if you don't know what it is, you can never find it.
Yes.
And so that's the key. That's why we created that wonderful tool. And I would say to people, if you feel really frustrated and you resonate with these and go, there's no chance of finding that work, why don't you take me up on it? If it doesn't work, maybe we give you your money back.
Hey, well, I've taken it myself, and it read my mail.
Yeah.
And I'm luckily doing the thing I think I should be doing, which is wonderful, using the skills with something I enjoy that has an impact. And we give it away on the show all the time to Ramsey show callers.
Yeah.
Because whenever they're struggling with something like this, I go, you got to take the assessment. It's going to give you a lot of clarity. And that's what these people just don't have. And I don't fault them for it, because they're not teaching this stuff in school.
No. Well, this last video, I mean, this is miserable. Think about how miserable when you've been in a job like that where you feel like you're just counting down the day and it takes hours to get to quitting time. Let me ask you a real question. When was the last time you had a day here at Ramsey Solutions in this role where the day drug on? Do you even remember one?
No.
Yeah, and that's
even
true
when I was
for me
in
as well.
prior roles, when I was in social media or email marketing, I mean, I was going, and it felt I felt good. I was energized at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that's a fun feeling for your day to just absolutely fly by, and you can look back on it and go, I did good work today. That's what you're looking for.
I hope they find it. So per usual, producer Alex has thrown us a random video that we're going to react to here at the end, and he's given me no information, no context for this.
Okay.
Let's see what we got.
I love it. Here we go.
What year were you born?
2001.
Okay, what year were you born?
2002.
Hey, George, what year were you born?
19.
What year were you born?
2001.
Hey, John, what year were you born?
19.
Hey, what year were you born?
2001.
Rachel, what year were you born?
19. Ken, what year were you born?
Oh, boy.
19.
Hey, Jade, what year were you born?
19.
What year were you born?
2001.
Dave, what year were you born?
19.
At the very beginning.
Oh, not the John 1-1.
Dave was in the original 6 days.
Hit him with that John 1-1.
Wow.
That's strong. That's good content from our social media
that's
team.
funny. I appreciate that.
Because I remember them asking. They said, hey, we're not, like, we just need a quick clip.
I didn't know where that was going to end up. Well,
they nailed it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the nod to history.
Listen, this is some true Gen Z talent right here.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean,
I could have never
come up with this.
Yeah, the concept of this, I would have never thought of.
The editing, too.
Yeah.
Very sharp
certainly
editing.
Couldn't do that.
Good work. And I do think you look good as a historical figure.
I appreciated my face with the powdered wig and the strong 1776 vibe. I appreciate it.
I do think you are a Gen Xer. You know, you're stuck in a Gen X body, but you were meant to be a founding father.
Well, I've always said that I would look good in knickers and stockings.
I don't think that's a compliment.
I have. Well, it may not be. I do have the legs of, a child. I do have the legs of, a child.
Yeah.
But, it's unfortunate.
Some of them had wooden legs back then, so you'd be in good
Fair.
company.
Yeah, but I think you need a slender leg to look good in those pants and stockings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
you
true.
don't want thick ankles in those big black
I call them
shoes.
thankles.
What do you call them?
Thankles.
Thankles?
Yeah.
Why the th?
Thick
ankles. See, this is why I come to
I'm
this
always
show.
one step ahead of them.
I'm going to drop that one time this week, and I'll bet you it kills.
That's strong.
Yeah.
But the 1900s were a simpler time.
Do you think I'm going to have to explain the thankle comment, or people will get it?
I think that they're going to have to think on it.
It's all in the delivery?
They're not going to get it. I wouldn't try it on anyone that you love.
Okay.
Maybe a mortal enemy. It could work.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that was a good time, Ken.
It was really fun.
I don't know if it was productive for you.
I don't think it was.
But for our channel, this is top tier production.
Is that right? Well,
yeah,
I'm happy.
productivity.
Listen, I always wanted to be a big deal on YouTube, and this is my shot. I don't feel good about it, but I took my shot.
Well, you needed publicity for your own show, and I hope they go check it out because
Front row seat.
I had the pleasure of being a guest. It was one of my favorite episodes.
Well, you did a good
of
job.
your show.
You did well. I would
I thought I
expect
brought
you to say
the
that.
heat.
Wait, no. But you did a good job.
Well, you could have lobbed me some better questions.
Well, again, I can only work with what I'm dealing with, and I'm limited with you. You got a little small range of expertise.
Yeah.
I can't throw you deep stuff, philosophical stuff.
I can go there.
I got to stay within money
Plato,
and personal hygiene.
Socrates, Aristotle.
No, I think it's more like mouthwash, flossing, lotions. That's your game.
Maybe hygiene's the reason you guys aren't getting jobs. All right? So take it from me. Floss twice a day, mouthwash, brush twice a day, comb your hair, kids. I don't know what's going on with the broccoli hair these days. I'm not hiring him.
Yeah. Oh, you mean this stuff right
Just
here?
the like weird kind of.
I think they call it the lettuce.
Oh.
I maybe made
If you
that
look
up.
like a veggie tail, get out of my office. Big thanks to Ken for hopping in with me today. I had a good time. I hope you did too. And if you enjoyed this one, you're gonna love this next one where I react to unhinged money crash outs with another Ramsey personality, Jade Warshaw. So keep watching to check it out or click the link in the description. That's it for today. Be sure to hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss the next one. See you next time.